Hello everybody and welcome back to the final matchup of Group C Tier 1 in the second ever internal Fusion Slugs tournament. I am FS Zomgrofl. I will be freeballing it by myself in this game, and we'll be watching FS Captain vs FS DronesInJail. This may be one of the biggest matchups so far in this series, and I for one am definitely very excited to be watching it. Now, spawning up in our bottom left, we have DronesInJail, our blue Zerg. And spawning down in the bottom right, we have Captain, our orange Terran. Now, we've been seeing heaps and heaps of play from these two today, and they've both got to be very, very tired. Me getting some birthday wishes there. That's definitely very nice to get. Thank you, everybody. And I don't know what to say. I'm very excited to be seeing these two play off now. It's been probably one of the games that I've been looking forward to tonight. All the other games have been very good to watch, especially that amazing Colossi micro coming out from Mufeng in Game 1 of Mufeng vs Captain. But yeah, I want to see some Banelings, I want to see some, good siege tanks. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, the game started. Nobody even asked me. I didn't get to reply to Matt. So Matt, I'm going to assume you're watching. Thank you for wishing me happy birthday. Then we'll be continuing on with the cast now. Now, I'm going to be assuming pretty normal play from the two of them. I'd be expecting some sort of hatch first, and sort of about the 16 or 15 food mark. And probably a gas thereabout after it with a pool. I'd probably be expecting some sort of 2 barracks play, maybe 1 racks expand, maybe a 1 racks expand if he wants to push it to a macro game. But we've already got a drone down here, so we're expecting a 15 hatch? 15 hatch. Now, I wonder if he's going to be opting for a 15 or 16 pool. I think I'll be leaning towards probably a 15 pool from drones. No, going for a 16. It's proven me wrong already. It's nice to see sometimes. Drone's already scouted through here. He knows what's going on. We've overlords dotting the map already. The question is, will Captain go straight through? It looks like he will be. Now, this map for Zerg is personally one of my, I guess, favorite of these matchup maps so far, because you have a lot of really good alleyways for Baneling hits. You can destroy these rocks and avoid them, but Banelings in this alleyway are really, really strong against Marines. So I'm hoping to see some Baneling play, although with the lack of gas currently, there may not be any sort of Banelings going down. But that is yet to be decided, as these games are still very, very early on. Double Queen coming out. We have a 1 racks expand now from Captain. It looks like it will be becoming a macro game. A 3rd command center here from Captain. Is he going to be doing that build that we saw him do against all these Protoss? That good old 2 base, well 3 base I suppose, and a whole heap of bio play. It was definitely quite effective against Protoss with the ability to shut down any sort of Colossi play, and with his High Templar dodging, but with Banelings and Infestors, 2 very, very powerful units against Bio, it could be a completely different story. Now, the resource collection rates are still pretty close at the moment, with the Zerg actually pulling ahead just slightly, but I would call them pretty even. So, this is pretty much anyone's game still. Starting to get these barracks down. I'll not be surprised to see the same build coming through again. Gonna try to get an Overlord sack to get into the main. Looks like Captain will be trying to deny this. Pulling these Marines in. How much vision is Zerg gonna be able to get of this situation? He's seen 1 barracks, he's seen the 2nd barracks, and he's seen the expansion. He's also seen all those extra Marines on the field. He's gotten pretty much all the scouting information he needed. He knows about everything that's going on in the Terran base right now. Now we're getting what looks like a 6 queen play to shut down any sort of early Hellion play and small marine advances. Queens are not that effective against marines, so I'd be expecting to see no more queen production now. And there we see it. We see the Baneling nest has gone down. 2 gas geysers have been taken. And we have the Ling speed coming. We have a small push coming out with Lings and an SCV. I think this SCV may just be along for the ride. I don't think we'll be seeing some sort of proxy bunker play. And even if there is a proxy bunker play, I'd assume these Queens and Lings will be able to shut it down. Lickety split. No, the SCV has branched off to take the watchtower. Oh, we have another SCV here though. Possibly the same one. I may just be blind. The Terran confirming that the Zerg has not gone for a quick third. And he's starting to get a large number of Lings. This is definitely very exciting now. We see a bunker going down at the third. Will he finish building it to put some Marines inside it, or is this just a bunker to block? Drones has seen it, but he has not reacted to it. We've got the Marines coming down now. He's trying to block him from getting there. Has successfully done so, cleaning it up. Leaving a small force at home to clear this bunker out. Will it be cancelled? I have to assume so. It's been lit on fire. Does not get the cancel down or the salvage. A little surprising there. A little bit of a mishap then from the Terran. Lings are trying to get in the main base, opted to pull out. Not a smart play then. You were in the base. You could have done so much damage. But we're going to see some Banelings coming through. This is what I like to see. They're going to be hitting straight here. This is a very weak wall to Baneling play. So much damage. All these units are down. Unfortunately, lost a whole heap of Banelings to a Marauder, but it is already GG. That is what I like to see. Baneling bust ending a Terran's night. So DronesInJail easily able to clean that up for game number 1. Hello everybody and welcome back to game 2 of the final matchup in Group C. We are joined with Captain and DronesInJail. That first game was very fast paced with a small spider attack in IRL on DronesInJail, and Captain eating and adopting a lot of Banelings there on his wall. Now, I'm willing to bet that both players are feeling very fatigued at this point in the game, as they've been playing all night. And well, that takes a lot out of you. Let's be honest. So, spawning up in the top left, we have Captain, the Orange Terran. Unfortunately, losing in the first game, but still has a very, very strong chance in the second one. Spawning down in the bottom right, we have DronesInJail, a Zergy brethren. Now, DronesInJail took that game out fairly confidently with a large Zergling Baneling attack. It was definitely a timing attack that went very well for him. And I'm wondering if Captain's going to have to change up and do something that isn't so heavy on bio. We could perhaps be seeing some sort of mech play that has been favoured by a lot of Terrans recently, as the mech play is able to kill the Lings with those sort of Hellions and defend it with Banelings, or defend from Banelings with tanks. I'd almost be willing to say that Banshees would be a good choice, sort of like a 1-1-1 play. But we'll just have to really see as this game gets moving, as it's really too early to tell yet. We have no early gases from either player, and pretty standard wall off coming down from the Terran. We're getting another 15 hatch here from DronesInJail, which is to be expected when versing in ZVT. It's sort of the, I guess the metagame as you get going. It's a lot safer to take that early hatch and get that econ to go with your Zerglings and whatnot in the, I guess, late early game and mid game. Looks like we're going to be trying to kill an SCV here. Will it be successful though? No, we have a repair coming down from Captain. DronesInJail successfully killing one SCV. The units lost tab 54. That's a weird number. Perhaps repair. I think repair might count towards that. That'll make a lot of sense. But 54 minerals already lost. Minute 3. Very volatile game. DronesInJail being very aggressive. Looked like another 15 pooled going down from drones. I'm willing to bet we're going to see almost identical play to the last game almost. It all really depends on what Captain does. But with this early gas, I think we could be seeing this SCV's hanging out. It's definitely going up for a factory. Now, with this factory going down, it's very, I guess, still out of the wind to what he could be doing. If we see a reactor, it's definitely going to be some sort of reactor Hellion play, where he could be transitioning to some sort of Banshees, or perhaps siege tanks. Because he's opting off for, obviously, an expansion here, and the reactor, I'd be saying he's going to be doing some sort of Hellion harassment, maybe following that up with some sort of marine tank. It's probably the more likely one. It's probably the more popular one that I see on the ladder, especially with only a single gas geyser being taken still from Captain. If you're going to be going Banshees, I'd be expecting at least 2 gas geysers, but still left to see, really. He's not started the Stargate production. This could be it going down right now, and I suspect, no, it will be a barracks. No, a starport and a barracks, sorry. And that barracks is just landing. So we're definitely going to see some sort of Hellion play. With that starport going down, I don't expect... Oh, it's a tech lab. It could be Banshees, but I don't expect it to be Banshees still. And if it is, it won't be very many. It'll just be 1 or 2 for some sort of mineral harassment. So we've been focusing a lot on the Terran's base. Zerg's taken 2 gas geysers and is still going for that Queen sort of play. So he'll be pretty safe from any sort of Hellion harassment. 2 Hellions is not enough to break the lines of 2 Queens. They will easily be able to protect those creep tumors. We're seeing an evolution chamber going down and a lair. I think we'll be seeing some sort of possibly Roach Mutalisk play. If you're going to be going down for an Evo lair straight up, defending with these early Queens. So we've got the Roach Warren going down now and another Evo chamber. It's pretty much what I'd be expecting to be seeing. I'd be expecting to see a +1 missiles attack coming out soon. We have Spore Crawlers going down. What has he seen that I haven't? He has not seen any sort of... Oh, he has. He knows there's a Stargate, and he knows about that. But we're making a Marauder currently. Nidus Worm! That's unexpected. I wonder what we'll be seeing. Could be Nidus into the main with some roaches? That would be pretty effective. I'd like to see a Nidus Worm placed about here. There's a lot of, I guess, real estate open here for some Nidus Worms. And most players, I think, don't try to really block there. I haven't seen Captain building too much there in the early game. I mean, 8-minute Nidus Worm, we all joke about it, but serious threat. And every Zerg's worst nightmare, the Terran going, haha, killing your creep tumors. This is pretty bad. I mean, Zerg's not a doctor, he doesn't want to be seeing this sort of thing. So, Zerg just holding position, could run out there and try to save that creep, but he's not opting to. Instead he's pulling back to his main. He's seen these Hellions. Now me, if I'm seeing 6 Hellions, I'm not expecting a Banshee, but I'm suspecting he's pulling back to load them up. What else is he going to be taking with him? He's putting in everything. He's fully walling off now with an Evo chamber. Putting in a spine crawler there to stop any sort of harassment. Oh, I don't know about this. Oh, you better not be putting it right there, drones. I don't think it's going to be very effective. Marine's already coming for it. Nidus Worm, it's already been placed down. Actually, oh my god, escaped my watchful eyes. We have Queens, we have Roaches, they're all pouring out. They might be able to take this down. No, but this repair's going. He does not have any AoE ready. Does he have any workers to start putting down some sort of spine crawler harassment? I don't think he does. DronesInJail's now supply blocks is unable to reinforce this, trying desperately to build 3 more Overlords. We have no production coming out of the starport yet. I do not think this is strong enough to take out this bunker. We've seen no transfuses go down. We've got to start seeing some miner. We've got to start killing these SCVs. is not looking good for Drones. He's in a very aggressive position, but to no advantage, really. He's going to lose the Queen with the most energy. She needs to pull back. She will not, and she'll burst into flames. His bunker's almost going down, but the SCV's repairing it, because that is fair. DronesInJail GGing as he should have. Good game, well played for the second game in the series, evening the score up to 1-1 each. Hello everybody and welcome back to the final game of this series. This is the final game to be played tonight, and it is against FS DronesInJail and FS Captain. Now, these games have been very back and forward, both players showing very good skills in the game. I'm not really sure who to expect to win in this one, but up in the top left we are seeing the red Zerg, FS DronesInJail. And down here in the bottom right we're seeing our orange Terran, Captain. So both players now displaying that they can both do damage and hold damage off, with Captain being able to hold off a very aggressive Nidus Worm play. Possibly due to the positioning, but definitely due to the SCVs being able to repair any sort of damage ever on anything. So we'll definitely be seeing interesting play, to say the least, out of both of these players once again. I'm expecting probably definitely normal play from both the players. Definitely in the early game. I think we're going to be seeing the main shenanigans probably in this game to be mid. I mean, they've played, you know, it's 1-1, you don't want to be risking too much, but at the same time you want to kill them. we have both players talking about the streams, and to them I apologise for my appalling streaming. I've been up for quite a while now, and yeah, I'm sorry. But for the rest of you, you're stuck with me for now. So we'll be seeing a gas once again from Captain, and once again the 15 expand from DronesInJail. We could be looking at the same sort of play that we were seeing last game. However, hopefully we won't be seeing some sort of Nidus Worm placed here. This map definitely not lending itself to Nidus Worm play. I mean, really up in the tops of people's bases, maybe, but not so much. We're seeing a delayed pull coming down now for the Zerg. Wasn't until 16 food. Not sure if it was a mishap or on purpose, but this could definitely be indicating some sort of later macro game. Perhaps. I mean, usually if you're trying to get a quick game going to kill him around the 8-minute mark, you want to chuck that pull down a bit earlier. But I haven't been right on too many of my predictions so far, so I'm curious to see where this goes. With the scout coming down now for Captain, who has seen the expand, doesn't want to see what's going on in the base. Perhaps a mishap, but have to see what he's doing with this, where he's going with it. Drones has seen pretty much everything there is to offer. I mean, obviously he's going to be going with that orbital. We're seeing another factory going down and a reactor, possibly the same sort of play. This could be Reactor Hellion again. If Drones isn't playing a lot more walled off because of the whole Nidus Worm play, we may see some damage actually done with these Hellions, which would be, well, I guess, fulfilling the Hellions' jobs. We have an expand going down now for Captain, which is to be expected. Still only one gas, ruling out Banshee play, so I definitely think it's going to be the Reactor Hellion play once again coming out from Captain. We have an Overlord coming in, possibly a bit too early to be scouting any sort of play that'll be going on. You want to be holding off for another couple of minutes. I mean, even if he's rushing, 7 minutes is when you really want to be going in at the absolute earliest. I do not think he was actually able to scout the factory. No, he wasn't. As far as he knows, there are 2 barracks. Or perhaps the 1 barracks in a moved factory. Two Hellions already on their way in, but we have a Queen and a Spinecrawler leading up for the defense. Two gas taken once again for our DronesInJail. Income leaning slightly, it's pretty even, it's too even to tell. These Queens off creep, trying to be Rambo. Hellion count now up to 4. Will we be increasing Hellion production? We would definitely be looking at some sort of probably Hellion siege tank marine play, judging by the buildings that have been going down now. Hellion harassment coming up to the natural again, but I just don't see doing any sort of real damage. Hellion vs Queen, very bad. You need at least double that if you want to take down a Queen anytime. We have the Overlord spread all over the map. Definitely very good placement. Taking down this creep. Definitely the sort of harassment that you want to be seeing with these Hellions. Aggressive Spinecrawler placement, I like this. It's very solid. Got another 2 Hellions coming up now from the Terran. Starting to see Ling production. Don't have any other sort of tech to indicate what the Zerg may be doing. With this much gas and a fast layer, we could be seeing some sort of maybe Mutalisk plate. Infestors. We're seeing some fast Infestors coming up now. Infestor Ling. Will there be some bling? That is the question on my mind. Drones trying to take a third, but that is a very far away base to be trying to defend it with these Queens and us Spinecrawler. I'm going to want to be seeing some more creep spread to go down there, and definitely at least another Spinecrawler to try to defend the natural and the main, along with this base. These Hellions getting the vision needed, they know about it. Still seeing fairly standard play from the Terran. Starting to get our siege tanks out, got a siege tank tech. And starting to put through Marines now. Trying to wall off. I do not approve of these sort of walls using supply depots. As you saw in the first game, those banelings make such short work of supply depots and bunkers. I mean, unless you have an actual siege tank line, it's not going to be effective at all. We have a battle going on with Hellions and Lings right now. Queen's trying to back them up, but these Hellions are roasting the Lings. Lings trying to get a surround. If they can get in front of these Hellions, you don't want to be engaging from behind. Almost going to clear them up. 1 Hellion left. It's going to be close. 1 Ling survives. 2 kills. What a predator. We have a Ling predator on our hands, everybody. All these Hellions were cleared up. That's pretty detrimental to the Terran. You really needed to keep those Lings alive. Not Lings, the Hellions alive for some sort of mid-game play. Starting to see a lot of Lings come out now. These gas guys is not filled, possibly due to heat of battle. Zerg now is getting so much vision of the map. Any sort of play to come out of this Terran, Zerg is almost guaranteed to see it. Although he doesn't have a lot of vision up here. He'd definitely miss a drop coming. Hopefully that's what this Ling's for. Very good Ling placement. So we've got more Lings moving out onto the field. We've got 1 Infestor on his way. Currently bringing the Infestor count up to just 1 with 23 Lings. Now 1 Infestor with 23 Lings does not really stand a chance against 22 Marines and 2 siege tanks. Not to mention the supporting medivacs. Do have Baneling speed on the way that may be able to help those Fungals, assuming they're placed down correctly. I'm going to do some serious damage to that little Marine line. But we do not see Burrow coming down. I definitely think these Infestors are only going to be used for their Fungals. I mean, it's not very often that something's made just for fungus, but that's what we're seeing. We're seeing 2 separate drops now coming out. Coming through the main, we're going to see 1 dropping in the main and 1 dropping probably in the third or the natural, whichever one it sees first. It's going to really test the Zerg as he doesn't have any sort of real detection here. I mean, he's got the Spore Crawler. Got 2 drops going down at once, 2 queens here. For all of the links to the main though, we're going to be losing 1 queen. 2 queens have gone down and pulled all the workers. Had to reveal the infestors, but it's almost a given that they'd be there. There's nothing to clean up these medivacs. It's just going to sit there. I'd like to see a couple of marines maybe, but it's got to be starting to save up that energy. After that drop, it hasn't left the Terran with a lot. There's defensive siege tanks. Terran looks like he's going, no, it's time to go kill this guy. Will he be closing the door? That's very important. Leaving the doors open. Risky play. So here we go, we got the Zerglings spotting that army. Confirming that they're coming. Getting out of there without losing too many. Terran deciding to pull back a bit. Trying to secure his third. Got banelings on the field now. We've got another 5 infestors coming. We have marauders on their way now as well, possibly to attempt to snipe some of those banelings or at least absorb some of their hits. Burrowed infestor doing the scouting. No detection really for the Terran's front. We're not going to see some sort of burrowed play into the main. "49 lings on the field, just not enough to match up with 43 marines. 4 banelings is not going to be able to clear that up. 8 infestors though. It's definitely going to be a battle that's going to come down to the micro. If the drones messes up, he's going to be in some serious danger. We have another drop on the way now from Captain. High possibility that it'll be scouted by drones. Here it comes. Drones has seen it. Will he react though? Seeing is not knowing that it's there. It's clicking here. He's rallying an infestor there. It's not going to get there in time. Definitely knows about it. We've got an army moving out now on the front. He's trying to use this as a distraction. But a lot of lings have been pulled back for this. I don't agree with that. It's now just going to chill out. No, it's going to go back around, but this force is going to come in for the third. He does have vision on it. Fungal from multiple directions was not enough though. He's taken some serious damage himself. This Terran army, too powerful to engage out these infestors, but he's trying to anyway. Trying to get the fungals down on siege tanks. He's doing some serious damage. Drop going back down to the main. Army pillaging straight towards the main base of the Terran. The door just left straight open saying, yeah, come on in, bring a sponge cake. Tried to close the door to the main, infest the marines up there. Got marines trying to do some damage, but they're just not going to do the damage. They've been cleaned up. This is all but GG now for Captain. I do not know what he can do. Running units at the free units is not the right choice. Lings are pouring into the main. This is not looking good for Captain. Captain has thrown the GG, and that has cleaned up the series and tonight's matches for the internal Fusion Slugs tournament. What matches they were.